What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. In today's video we are checking out a super cool robot. The one that we have here today, it's called the EBO X. So you can use this robot as a variety of things. First of all, you can use it as a smart companion for your loved ones. So to give you an example, if you have a pet at home, if you have an older parent, you can kind of keep an eye on them using this robot here. They can also talk to you through the microphones that we have built in the robot. And the robot also has some really nice Harman speakers built in. So you can have like two-way communication with whoever is in the house. I don't think the pet will be talking to you, but an older parent, for example, or a child can definitely talk to you through the robot here. At the top here, we also have a camera that's capable of 4K recordings. So whenever you're seeing the footage is gonna be nice and crisp as well. And I also love the fact there is no delay from the time you actually talk through the app and the sound that comes out from the robot. So whoever talks to you through the robot, you're gonna hear that at the same time. I did try other security robots in the past and there was a bit of delay, but that's not the case with this one. So you can also use this as a security camera for your home. This can actually go anywhere in your home. It can navigate your home by itself. And it also has like obstacle avoidance. So it's gonna go around chairs, it's gonna go around objects that you may have on the floor, and all that by itself. So very, very cool robot. As I mentioned earlier, you can also use this as a speaker. It sounds really good as a speaker as well. So you can use it to listen to music, for example. And it also has a built-in voice assistant. So check this out. And I'm gonna call him. It's actually gonna turn towards me because it has a variety of microphones that are basically listening. And it's kind of gonna turn towards me, and that gives it a more human vibe, I'm gonna say. So check this out. Alexa, how's the weather tomorrow?
Tomorrow in Salabrina, you'll see intermittent clouds and can expect a high of 19 degrees Celsius and a low of 10 degrees.
Super cool, right?
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Alexa, play some music.
Here's a station you might like. Charlie Puth on Amazon Music.
So let me show you a quick example of how the two-way communication works. So basically I have the app for the robot installed on Laura's phone, and we're basically talking to her because she can actually hear me right now and she can actually see me as well. I cannot see her because there is no screen, but she can definitely see me. Hi Laura.
Hi.
What's going on there? When are you coming home?
Oh, I'm running a little late, so I may stop at the grocery store unless you want to go out for dinner.
No, let's have some chicken maybe?
Sure, yeah, I can pick that up.
Okay, cool. So I'll see you in about 45 minutes or so.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So yeah, that's how the two-way communication works. And as you've heard, there is no delay, which I really love because with a lot of other, well, security robots that I've tried in the past, there is a bit of delay and the conversation is just not natural, but that's not the case with this one. And the same goes for the video feed. So if you do have the app in front of you, you can actually see exactly what the robot sees right away without any lag. Another cool thing the robot can do is actually track you. So imagine for a second you have Amazon's Alexa playing some music, and then you can have the robot track you. So wherever you go in the house, you can basically have the music with you. And I'm gonna show you a super quick recording that I've done the other day when the robot was actually tracking my daughter. So let's check that out. As I mentioned earlier, the robot will map out your entire house, and of course it also knows how to go back to its charging dock. So of course in the box you're gonna find a charging dock for it. The charging dock actually looks super cool. It has this super cool LEDs on it. And yes, the robot does know how to go back to its charging dock, but it takes it about, I don't know, 25 to 30 seconds to go back on the charging dock. And of course, when you wanna use it, you can just press a little button on the app and it will come down from that charging dock. You've probably noticed by now that the robot's face is also made out of super cool LEDs, and these LEDs do look like the robot's eyes. When the robot is actually sleeping, these go in a sleeping mode, so it has its eyes closed basically. You can also modify these colors here, so you can do that in a couple of ways. So we have some touch buttons on the side here. These metal plates are basically touch buttons. You can customize what those touch buttons do. But for example, now I have them to switch the colors of the eyes. But you can also switch the colors of the eyes from the app. So there are a lot of possibilities there, and you can actually customize everything by yourself. So let's say I want to make this green. So now they are green. And when the light goes to blue, that means that you're kind of activating the voice assistant, which in this case is Alexa, how is the weather in 2 weeks?
Right now in Salabrina, it's 17 degrees Celsius with partly sunny skies. Today's forecast has intermittent clouds, with a high of 20 degrees and a low of 9 degrees. Happy Monday.
So that can definitely do that. Now, if you don't want the camera at the top here to basically see anything, you can easily close this.
Down.
When you open this, it will wake up again, but when you close this, it basically goes to sleep. And as I said earlier, the eyes here do look like the robot is sleeping. At the top here, we also have a couple of buttons that you can change the volume, so you can turn up the volume or turn down the volume. And we also have another button here, like a privacy button here. So when you press that, you know that the robot is not gonna listen to anything. Basically the microphones, everything is off on the robot. So if you wanna have like a more private conversation and you don't want anyone to hear, just press that button at the top there. As you've seen by now, the robot has two wheels at the bottom, so it basically balances itself out whenever it's like going around, and it can also go over carpets. Now for my place, it can go over every single carpet, but I'm assuming that if you have a thicker carpet, it may not be able to go over that. But at my place here, it can go over carpets, no problem. And yes, it does balance itself out, really, really cool. The app also allows you to control the robot manually, so you can drive it around the house. So for example, you can do this. Definitely don't try that with the robot on a table. Use it on the ground. Of course, you can start recordings, you can take pictures from here, you can turn on or off the microphone or the speaker on the robot, and you can also add new users to the robot basically. So if you want more people to be able to access the robot and basically talk to your older parent, just to give you an example, you can definitely add more people from the app. So the app is the way to interact and change settings on the robot. Another interesting feature of the EBO X is the fall alerts. So let's say, for example, that you've sent a robot on a cruise around the house and it sees that someone is on the ground. It will basically call you right away through the app so you can see who is on the floor and what's happening there. So it does have fall alerts. So if your older parent, for example, had an accident or something, you will know about it if the robot passes by that person and of course sees it. So yes, it does work. It takes a bit to send a notification, but you do get a notification and then you can see who's on the floor basically. So that's how the fall detection works on it. So yes, the EBO X can do many things and a lot of features are still being added because at this stage in its life, this is still a bit of a prototype. So I don't have the completed version of the EBO X. So I'm expecting a lot of other features to be added by the time this actually becomes available on the market. So for example, I can take a picture of myself. And of course that picture will be saved on the device here. I can record a little video and it also has some super cool skills, and eventually Alexa will be able to use and access some of those skills as well. So for example, it can stand up, it can sit down, It can also spin, it can go fast. So yeah, this is the super cool EBO X. I guess this is gonna be a super cool product in the future when it is completed and available for everyone to purchase. As always, I'll leave some links in the video's description if you wanna check this out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.